So there's a quote that says, you don't have to be wealthy to start investing. But for you to start, you have to start investing to actually build wealth. And today, what are we going to be doing? We're going to be looking at the way for which we can build wealth. What are the strategies we can use to build wealth, even if we don't have that huge capital? And what are the strategies that are available to us in North America? So today we're talking about real estate without mortgage. How can you start building passive income with just $10? You don't need property, you don't need credit score, and you can start wherever you are right now. So I decided to choose with just $10 because a lot of people say, oh, I don't have the money to start investing. But I know with $10 is just like 2 cups of coffee, right? So if you can sacrifice 2 cups of coffee, that means you can start investing right now. And I know a lot of people can do more than $10, but let's just start with the barest minimum and let's see how far we can go. Oh, sorry, I think somebody is having issue logging. Okay, so someone said I didn't recognize the land we are in. I recognize the land we are in, which is, I think, the Aboriginal land. The Aboriginal land, and I think we're in, I'm not sure if we're in North Dakota but I recognize the land we are in, the Aboriginal land, and I thank them for the opportunity they've given to us to reside in this land peacefully. So thank you for letting me know. Okay, so this is me. My name is Sifawu. I'm an investment coach helping African immigrants to build wealth abroad. I founded this course called the Diaspora Investor. And what is the idea behind the Diaspora Investor? Now we've moved from our various countries, we've moved to a new land in North America, and we're just looking for, oh, where do I put my money? How can I start investing? So that's why we call ourselves the diaspora. And what do we do as diasporans? We start to invest. So that's the idea behind the Diaspora Investor. It does not have an age limit. That means you can invest for a 1-year-old child, you can invest for a day-old child, and you can keep investing till the Lord calls you to his place. So I relocated to Canada during the pandemic in 2020. Immediately, the first flight that left Nigeria to Canada after the pandemic, that was a flight that brought myself, my husband, and my 3 kids to Canada. And coming to Canada, it looked as if, why did I have to leave Nigeria to Canada? Right? I didn't have any credit history. I didn't have any investing background in Canada. Although I'd worked in the bank in Nigeria, I worked in the bank for about 14 years before relocating to Canada. But coming into Canada, everything felt differently. So I discovered how to start investing in the real estate style. Like when I remember that day I was staring at my balcony and I said, wow, I wish I could just own. When I relocated to Canada, we lived in an apartment. So I used to see apartment blocks around me and I wish I could just own one of these apartment blocks because I'd loved to do real estate. But when I spoke with somebody and they said, oh, you need so amount down payment, you need credit score, you need this, I'm like, wow, this is not for me. But luckily, I was scrolling through my phone one day and I saw something about real estate without mortgage. That means you can start investing in real estate without you having big mortgage, and you can start earning that rental income. And it caught my interest. And that was how I started with just $50. Just to test the water, to say, okay, if you say I can earn real estate rental income, let me start with $50. And boom, after the first quarter, I got my dividend paid to me. And I'm like, wow. Now I teach others how to start investing with just $10, which means you don't need that $50. And in this webinar today, I'll be telling you what you can do with that $10. You might think $10 is small, but you can actually start investing with $10. I help first-time investors build passive income portfolio that pays them quarterly. We're going to see some people that have come through the program that have helped build their portfolio. Then known for making investing simple, relatable, and stress-free. I don't like stress, so I like to do everything in a simple way. And that is what we're going to be doing today. So why should you listen to me? I've been where you are. Like when I came into Canada, I was confused, I was overwhelmed, and unsure of how to start investing abroad. I figured it out, and now I teach people how to do the same with ease. Like I said, I started with just $50. Like, I didn't have a fancy background in Canada. I didn't have that big salary. When I came into Canada, my first job was working in Dollar Tree. And I thank Tracy every day that she actually gave me that job. So I worked in Dollar Tree as a cashier when I came to Canada for about 4 months before I got another job. I didn't have any credit score. If I could do this, so would you. And I've helped real people get results. And I make investing so simple. Like, I don't tell you the jargons, capital gain, this. I make it so simple in such a way that you can understand and you can begin to work with it. So today, if you stay to the end, I'll show you how to start investing in real estate style income without owning property. You don't have to go to the bank to take a loan, and you don't need that perfect credit score. Because I know in this part of the world, before you get any credit, they are like, what's your credit score? What's your credit score, right? So you don't need any perfect credit score for you to start investing. Today, if you stay to the end, we're going to learn how to invest in REITs, which is real estate investment trust and dividend stock. Even as a complete beginner, then I'm going to give you a stock where you can start investing with as little, the stock is even below $10 right now. Then you can build your first portfolio step by step without confusion or jargons. Please, if you have any question, you can leave it in the chat or you can raise your hands and I would unmute you. Like I said, I don't know if new people just came into the room, but I decided to mute everybody so that the room can be quiet, right? But if you have any question, please raise your hand or you can leave it in the chat box. So if you want to start building wealth and earning passive income, even with a small budget and no investing background, then this webinar is for you because it's going to show you exactly how to do it. So here's some guide during this webinar. Please put your phone on silent so that you can concentrate. I know it's Thanksgiving Day, and I promise I will not take your time because we have to go and flex, right? Then close all other tabs and distraction. Then give yourself this moment to focus on your financial growth. Like I said in the chat, I said, someone asked me, why did you have to choose Thanksgiving Day to do your webinar? And I said, I want you to be grateful by 2026 Thanksgiving, if we're all still alive, that, oh, thank God I took this step in 2025 Thanksgiving. So I want it to be one of the things that you'll be grateful for in 2026. That's why I chose today specifically for this webinar. If mastering the skill of building passive income through investing has been challenging for you, I want you to put yes or no in the comments. So have you tried to invest in one way or the other and you find it so challenging? I want to see yes or no in the comments. Oh, so I see some yes coming in, right? So investing can be challenging, and I quite understand. But when you master the skill, it becomes so easy. You can invest when you're sleeping. Like you sleep like a baby at night when you're an investor. So if your answer is yes, you're definitely not alone because most of us were where you are, right? And we were never taught about finance. I tell people, unfortunately, fortunately, I'm so glad because my dad had a finance background and he actually taught us finance. So I had my first business when I was 14 years old. And what did I do? I sold pure water from our garage because my dad saw the opportunity. Everybody came to our house on Sunday or after work and say, oh, Mr. Momodu, please, we need water. And we had this big deep freezer that we used to put block. So they would come, oh, please give us block, please give us block. And my dad said, oh, Sifawu, would you like to sell pure water block? I said, why not? And he gave me $100. That was when I was 14. That was, I think, about 26 years ago. And he gave me this 100 naira to start selling pure water. And lo and behold, I was the biggest girl in the family because I always had money. So, but most people were not taught about finance. And we're just trying to figure it out one way or the other. And the noises around can be so overwhelming. So don't worry. This webinar will give you clarity. That's why you're here. So if you're in this webinar, it is for you if you want to build real estate wealth and passive income without loan. You don't want the high risk or getting overwhelmed. Also, if you want simple beginner-friendly way to start investing, then this webinar is for you. And if anyone has tried to learn about investing and you've tried to open the account and you're like, what will I even do in this account? They're asking for my social insurance number. I don't want to give it to them. I know, right? But this webinar will give you clarity, will bring you out of confusion, and will make the next step very sure for you. So from this list that I just mentioned, which one are you? Have you tried to build, as in, have you tried to build real wealth through passive income, or you're just looking for simple ways, beginner-friendly investing, or you're just feeling stuck and you're looking for, oh, let me just get clarity for the next step. If you're in this state, can you just put 1, 2, or 3 in the chat? I want it to be interactive, right? I don't want it to just be only me that I'm talking. So you can just put 1, 2, or 3 in the chat. Okay. So what are we going to learn in this webinar? In the next 60 minutes, we're going to learn about how to start investing without having any finance background. You don't need any huge capital. Just looking for the right place to put this. Oh, okay. Someone is writing on my board. Ooh. Just a minute. Okay. Then you don't have huge capital, then figuring it out alone without endless trial. I'm curious to know, have you tried learning about investing before? Have you learned about investing? Have you tried to learn about passive income? I'm curious to know, is it a yes or a no? The truth is, there's no judgment here. We are all here to learn. Even me that I'm talking, I'm here to learn as well. Because I know by the time we start asking questions, definitely all of us will also learn. So have you tried learning about investing before? Yes or no? Oh, I see. So a lot of people did yes, yes, yes. That's good because it's always good to learn about new things. Okay. So here is why most people feel stuck. There's too much random information online. If you scroll through, if you put your title on Google right now and say, how do I start investing? You're going to see a lot of videos, right? There are too many, and you're wondering, which one should I even go with? And another reason why people feel stuck is it's full of jargons. Because after 5 minutes, you're hearing, oh, what is PE ratio? You're hearing dividend yield. You're hearing open cap, market cap. And you're like, okay, what is all this, right? Or it focuses on complicated strategies. So most of the strategies out there, it is not built for immigrants like us, right? Most people do not understand the burden the immigrants have to go through. Like every month you have that burden of sending something home, no matter how little, even if it's $2, you still have that burden of sending it home. So most investment videos that are out there do not consider the fact that out of that your minimum paycheck that is already squeezed to the end, you still have to squeeze something out to send it back home, right? So it is not designed for most immigrants like us, and no guidance for African immigrants. Most ones are just tailored to people that maybe grew up, that were born in Canada, that grew up in Canada, that understand the system, the finance system in Canada. And some people just try to figure it all alone. It's not supposed to be. We're here to help you figure it out. So are you able to identify any of those reasons? You think, okay, maybe the reason I've not started investing is because you think you need a lot of money to start investing, or you're just afraid to make the wrong move. Like, I don't want to put this my $100. This my $100 that I've worked so hard for. I don't want to put it in this investment, and investment will just go red tomorrow, right? You don't want to make that wrong. Or you don't even have a clear, beginner-friendly plan. So you just feel, oh, I'm overwhelmed with this investing thing they talk about. So right now, there are countless number of aspiring investors out there. But my question to you is, do you want to be an aspiring investors from the sideline, or you want to be a practicing investor, any consistent income every month, and be on your way to 6-figure? So what would you like to be? Do you want to just be out there and say, oh, I want to invest, I will start investing one day? Or do you want to actually start practicing it today and just start building it from wherever you currently are? Like I said, $10 is about 2 cups of coffee, right? So you can start building it from where you are. Now let's get into why we are here. We're here to learn how to start investing and build passive income with our small budgets. So introducing real estate without mortgage. All the ones I did before is just to water our appetites, to prepare our mind to what we're going to be learning in this class today. So we're going to be using REITs to build cash flow anytime your life, right? And REIT is Real Estate Investment Trust. So here's what we learned today. What REITs are, how to start investing with as little as $10. I said I'm going to be showing you a stock that is $10 in this, that is below $10 in this call today, and will pay you a very good dividend. Then the step-by-step guide process and how to turn your portfolio into passive income, and how this method fits into a bigger wealth plan. Of course, $10 will not make you wealthy, right? But once you start with this method, once you start, you keep building it over time, and over time, and you become wealthy, because investing is one strategy for you to be wealthy. Making your money work for you is one strategy that makes you become wealthy. By the end of this webinar, I can guarantee you that you become confident, you'll be clear and ready to take that very first action, and you'll be armed with a beginner-friendly investment plan, the know-how to start with as little as $10, and the exact step to build passive income through REITs and dividend stocks. Are you excited? Let me see if you're excited in the box. If you're excited in the chat, let me see you. Yay, we are excited. So let's dive in. Okay, so before we go, let's just take some testimonials. So Mariam is a single mother in Canada who went from endless. When Mariam came into this program, she didn't know anything about money. But today, Mariam consistently earned from dividend stock and REITs. And that's because she has decided to become a practicing investor. Also, Ama is a nurse from Nigeria. She's a 34-year-old nurse. When Ama came into this program, she thought she was actually investing, whereas she was trading. She came into this program and we were able to build her first portfolio, and now Ama earns dividend income on a quarterly basis that she uses to support her family back home in Nigeria, which means she doesn't need to touch her paycheck. Tunde is an IT specialist. He's newly married, and he came into this program as well with no knowledge about investing. Today, Tunde earns passive income as well. So now, have you heard about these companies before? Have you heard about Six Flags? Six Flags are the people that are, the summer fair. Winter fair is coming very soon. Winter fair is coming. My city is very small, so we go to a Keystone Center to do all those rides. Six Flags is the one that rents those things to those companies. What about Target? Target is everywhere in Canada. It's in most part of North America. That is where you go to shop all those branded clothes at a cheaper price. Target winners, right? What about General Store, Dollar General, right? Dollar Tree, Dollarama, all the stuff. What about Amazon? The most popular online store, right? I bet you must have shopped from Amazon before. So that means you've heard about one or two of this company, right? So what if I told you that these companies, let's say Amazon ships to every part of, at least I'm in Canada, and Amazon ships to my small community. Amazon ships to my doorstep. Amazon cannot own all the warehouse where they keep those things. So what do? They actually rent those warehouses from a company that owns those warehouses. So which means Amazon will go to a company that owns that warehouse. Sorry. So Amazon will go to a company that owns those warehouses and rents from that company. Every month or every year, depending on the contract, Amazon will pay that company money. and Amazon will use their property, right? Now, what we come in to say is, what we come here today is, now I want to be a landlord to Amazon, but I don't have that 20,000, that $100,000 to do the down payment to buy a warehouse. I will partner with a company that already rents to Amazon. And that is how, so when Amazon paid that company, the company will tell me, oh, Sifawu, you're part of the people you're part of my shareholders, right? Now take your own payment in form of dividends. And that is what rental income is. What is rental income in general? I get a house. I put tenants into that house, right? The tenant pays me every month. If I got a mortgage, I'll take the mortgage, pay back the bank, and I'll take my gain. That is what rental income is. So it's the same way with you investing through REITs. You're looking for companies that have the capital, that have the presence. You're going to invest in that company. The company will build the property, rent it to the likes of Amazon. Amazon will pay the company every month to say, okay, this is my rent every month, right? The company will now say, oh, Sifawu is one of our shareholders, right? Sifawu is part of the owner of this building. Now, Sifawu, take your own. That is what we're doing. So let's go on. If you have questions, put it in the chat. We'll take questions. Definitely we'll take questions at the end of this webinar. Okay, so I don't know if you've heard about Simon. Simon is one company that he has about 15,000 property and it's been around for a very long time. In 2020, when I came into Canada, Simon was selling about $48. As at 2025, August this year, when I was preparing this slide, Simon now sells for $164. What does this mean? So if I had bought Simon in 2020 at $48, Simon will pay me dividends every quarter, which means once he gets the rent every quarter, they are mandated to pay dividends. He will pay me dividend every quarter, which is my rental income, right? Now, if I decide to sell as at August of 2024, I'll sell that share at $164. What is that? That is my capital gain. Now, coming back to the local rental properties that we understand. You buy a rental property, you buy it for $150,000, right? Let's say you even do cash down, $150,000. Every month, the tenant pays you money. That's the rent they pay you every month. That is the dividend that Simon will be paying me every quarter. Now, after 5 years, I decide, oh, I want to sell this house. I sell the house for $180,000. Now, I've made a gain of $30,000, right? Because I bought it for $150, I'm selling it for $180. I've made a gain of $30,000, which is my capital gain. It's the same way this REIT works. You buy the shares, you keep getting your dividends quarterly or monthly. At the end of the day, if you decide to sell your dividends, all you need to just do is go to your app and say, today, I'm no longer interested in Simon. I want to sell. And you sell your dividend. As long as it's a working day between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m., then your shares will be sold and your money will be in your account. That is the same way. But what is the difference? The difference is I don't have the headache. Number one, I don't need the headache of, oh, the toilet is spoiled, come and repair it. I don't have the headache of, oh, my tenant says he's leaving the house tomorrow or he's leaving the house in November. It gives me, oh, I've given you 1 month notice, I'm leaving the house in November. Where will I get a new tenant? I don't have that headache. Simon will take the headache off me, right? Now, I don't have the headache of, oh, markets, I need to sell this house now. Oh, the markets, I don't have anybody to buy in the next 5 months. Then I have to tie the house down for 5 months. No, because all I need to do is on my app, I just click on, I wake up, I say, oh, I'm no longer interested in these shares. I sell it, right? And as long as the share price has appreciated, then I make my money and move on. Okay, so what do you need to start investing? Number one is you need a brokerage account. A brokerage account is different from your regular banking account. In Canada, we use Wealthsimple, we have Questrade, we have some banks that also have brokerage accounts in their bank. So brokerage account is basically for investing in the stock market. So it is the middleman between you and the company you're buying from. You're going to be using your brokerage account. Now, do you know how much do you think is required for you to use to open a brokerage account? Let's see if we know in the chat. Do you require $10? Do you require $5 for you to open a brokerage account today? Let's see. Do we know in the chats? Let's see if chat is coming in. Oh, someone said none. That's right. You do not need anything to open a brokerage account. And that is why I tell people, your very first step to investing is for you to open a brokerage account. Even if you don't have, even if you have $0, open the brokerage account. Do you know what it does for you? Once you're scrolling through your phone or the apps on your phone, and you see that app, what it tells you, oh, I need to start investing. Because you're seeing it, it begins to push you to want to start investing, right? But if you don't have it on your phone, it doesn't matter because you're not seeing it. It's not there in your face. So what's one thing I wanted to take away from this lesson today, this meeting today is, even if you're not taking anything out of this lesson, please and please open a brokerage account. When you're opening a brokerage account, like I said, in Canada, you can either use Wealthsimple, you can use Questrade, and I love those ones because their fees are low. You need to consider that as well, because you can't be investing and all the fees is taking all your gain from you, right? So the fees for this brokerage app are low. Download it from your app store. It is going to ask you for some security questions, especially your social insurance number. You need to put your social insurance number there. It is safe because they need to render taxes to the government as well. They will give you your tax slip at the end of the year that you can use to file your tax. That is why they need your social insurance number, because that is where most of my clients get stuck and say, no, I'm not ready to put my social insurance number on the app. Okay, so I've mentioned them. So if you're in the US, you can use Fidelity, you can use Vanguard. If you're any other part of the world, you can use Interactive Broker. Now, what is the investment key number 2? The best way to start investing in real estate is to have a trusted partner you know, right? So before you start investing in real estate, get a trusted partner you know. Get a trusted partner. What I mean trusted partner is, don't just invest because somebody say invest. Be sure that you know that company. Be sure you know the tenant for that company. Because your main aim of investing is for me to get rental income, right? So I'm not just throwing my money out there. I'll be sure that, oh, this company, I'm going to check the history, to check who are their tenants, what's their retention policy, to be sure that every quarter I'm getting my alert that has been sent to me. Now, the basis of REIT, Real Estate Investment Trust, are average of the highest paying dividend investment in the stock market, because the regulation tells them that it is mandatory for them to pay about 90% of their profits. 90% after they've taken all their operating costs and everything of their net profit, it is mandatory for them to pay 90% out to their shareholders. That is why Real Estate Investment Trust is one of the highest paying dividend companies, because if they make 2 billion and their operating cost is 1 billion, that means the 1 billion, they have to pay 90% out, which is 900 million. And it will be paid to the few of us that are shareholders. That is why it is one of the highest paying. So what is dividend? A dividend is the payment you get as an investing or buying, this thing keeps, let me see. Yeah. Paid to the investors out of the profit of a company or group of companies. I think I've explained this. The dividend in this case will be our rental income. That is what you get every quarter. The company makes 100,000. They are paying 90,000 to their shareholders. Because you're part of their shareholders, you get money. And some dividends pay monthly, some pay quarterly. So how does REIT work? REIT allows investors to own shares in commercial real estate property. The truth is that some companies that own about 15,000 property. If me, Sifawu, own 15,000 property, how will I manage it? But I have somebody that says, don't worry, I have 15,000 property, come and invest in me, right? Come and invest in me, and I will give you anything I make. I will give you part of whatever I am making. And the regulation has made it so easy and say, okay, for whatever you make, you must pay out at least 90% of your profits to your shareholders. Then it reduces the capital amount needed. The truth is, not a lot of us have that $10,000, the $20,000, or $50,000 to even put down as down payment to get that mortgage. But with risk, you start with whatever amounts you own, you have, sorry. You start with that amount. Even if it's $5, even if it's $1, you can start with it. Whatever amount you have, you can start with it. And you begin to own properties like more. And maybe when you go to a big city, okay, we have one more in Brandon. I live in Brandon, Manitoba. So we have one more in Brandon. So if I own a property, if I own a share for it, their landlord, anytime I go into the mall, just say, oh, this is one of my buildings, They own office property. You have the liberty of owning hospitals, data centers, and the likes. Then reduce the amount of capital needed to own cash flowing investment. Properties like more. I think I said that already. So how does REIT work? Number one, you buy REITs, buy individual shares in REITs. That's real estate trust companies. Then the real estate will acquire their estates, whatever plans they want to go into. There are some that specializes just in malls, some specializing just in hospitals. That is why you need to know, what do I want to specialize in? Like, I'm not just buying any REITs because they're out there. You can say, oh, I just want REITs that specializes in data center, and you're looking for those particular companies. That is what this program helps you to do. It helps you to know, where am I channeling my money to? I'm not just out there. Somebody says, oh, go and buy realty income. And I buy realty income. What does that even mean? What are they into? Does it match with my values? Does it align with my goals? That is what this program helps you, the clarity that this program helps you to do. Then they own and manage the properties, they generate income, and they pay you 90% plus of their profit. That is the sweet spot. Like, when I see 90% plus, my joy is full. So important things that most people don't know. REIT owns about 2.5 trillion in assets. So 1 out of 3 properties you see out there is owned by REIT. Approximately over about 170 million Americans own REITs through their retirement savings or other investment funds. So it's possible that if you have retirement savings in your company, it's possible that you even own REITs as part of your portfolio that you do not know. So if you're saying distribution under your statement, that means there's possibility that you have REITs as part of your portfolio. REITs own about 575,000 real estate across the United States and Canada. Investment key number 3, understand which REITs are best positioned to pay you forever. Like I said, what we are after is that rental income. So we must be sure that the REIT we are investing in, it's ready to pay us forever. Yeah, are we still following? Are we in this class? Can I see yes or no in the box? Then we can dive in to see those REITs. Are we still following? Please, can you mention anywhere to open a brokerage account? Okay. Oge, if you're in Canada, I'm not sure the country you're in, but if you're in Canada, you can use what's simple. Just go to your app on your phone. So if you're using like a Samsung, go to your Google app, Play Store. Then if you're using an Apple phone, go to your iPhone store and download the app. So you download the app on your phone. Okay, in Canada, yes. So you can just go to your phone, the App Store, and download the app on your phone. What's not in Canada? What country? If you're in the US, Wealth Simple. Wealth, like wealth, the normal wealth, and simple. Yes, that's right. If you're in Nigeria, we have Bamboo in Nigeria. You can use Bamboo to invest in Nigeria. Trove is also one that you can use in Nigeria. In the UK, we have, I think, ISA in the UK. Or you can use Interactive Broker. Okay, so I see we're still here. Thank you so much for sustaining. So, like I said, we're going to take question at the end of the class though. So what assets do REITs own? So I just brought out some names. These are 4 REITs that I mentioned here, and I mentioned the type of property they currently own and their market price. So VICI, they own casinos, hotels, and bowling centers. Their market prices at the time of making this of creating this slide was $32. Now, remember I said, before you invest, you look at something that fits your value, that fits your goals, that fits your investment goals, right? Now, if you're somebody that cannot invest in casino, but because somebody just mentioned online and say, oh, go invest in VC, and you just rush and put your money there, you don't even know if it fits your value. That is why you need to do a digging, as in do a dig and see, what does this company do? And that is where you create your own investment goals. What are my goals? This company, I can invest in it. This company, I cannot invest in it. And that is what this program, the Diaspora Investor, will do for you. Then we have EPR Properties. They own Top Golf in US. We have Prologis, that's Amazon landlord. They were selling at 105. Then we have the Realty Income. They own Dollar Tree, Dollar General, and over 15,000 properties. And as at the time of creating this presentation, they were selling at $57. So key things to research before you pick your REIT. You're looking at the company's financials. What is their debt ratio? You're looking at, is this company even sustainable? Has it been around for a while? You're looking at the company's investor relations website. You're looking at recent news about this company. Because recent news can also affect this price of a share, right? This few days, Trump said, oh, I'm increasing tariff on China. And you can see the market is already dancing, right? Because that is news. That is what happens in the market. They own properties and their tenants. Does the company have strong executive team? Do they have a dividend history, which is most important, because we are looking for that dividend that is being paid to us on a monthly basis. And what is the stock price history? What has their price been over the last 12 months, over the last 1 month? How has their price done? You're going to be looking at that when you want to invest in REITs. Investment key 4. Invest in REIT that can constantly pay you and yield dividends. So how many shares do you need in order to get paid dividend from a company? How many shares do you think you need? Let's say it in the chat. How many shares do you think you need for you to be paid dividends in a company? Maybe you need 1,000. One, no idea. Okay, so thank you. Abby said 1. And that's the simple truth. You just need 1. That's all you need for you to get dividends paid to you. So how do you find dividends paying investments? So when you look at the chart, when you put a company and I say Apple share price, it gives you like a chart, right? You're going to see something called dividend yield, and that is what tells you the percentage that will be paid to you. So like this, it says dividend yield is 5.58%, right? That means for the price of the share, they're going to be paying 5.58%. But most times they will tell you what will be paid to you every quarter. And this one says every quarter we're going to be paying you 81 cents, which means for every 1 share you owe, you're going to get 81 cents paid to you every quarter. Now, if you own 1 share, can that now make you extraordinarily wealthy? Of course, no. But just imagine that you have, I think this share, let's just say this share is selling for, open price for that day was $57. You buy the share at $57. And at the end of the quarter, you just get 81 cents to you. Maybe you wake up, like they like sending, well, simple like sending notification around 4 a.m. before you wake up. You just see the notification when you wake up, right? So you just see 81 cents. But if you had kept that $57, it's possible that you've spent it in the last 3 months. You've forgotten what you used the $57 to buy, right? But because you invest it in the market, you're getting 81 cents. And the possibility that the price of the share has gone up is there. It's possible that it's now selling at $60 and you say, oh, I even want to sell this share in the market, right? So that's how you see your dividend. If you want to buy an investment property today, like how much do you think you need? If I say, oh, I want to start owning real estate today, how much do you think you need? You would need about $30, depending on the house you want to buy. But if you're looking at 20% down payments, even if you want to buy a house of $100,000 and you're looking at 20% down payment, that's about $20,000. That's down payment alone. You're not talking about the closing costs on that house, right? That means you have to save $20,000 somewhere. Now add closing costs to that $20,000. That means you're looking at about roughly $30,000 before you start investing. Whereas you can just start with any amount you have today that you can spare and say, oh, let me just be putting this money in the market and let the money be generating money for me. So what is your passive income goal? That's a big question. I would love us to answer yourself that, oh, what would I like to be earning every month? What will I like to be earning every year? So let's look at realty income. Realty income, like we saw before, owns about 15,000 property. I know you have Dollarama in your community, no matter how small or how big, or Dollar Tree, you have them. They're part of the owners. They're part of the landlords for those companies. And realty income is selling at $57 when I created the slide. So just imagine that you have 100 shares in realty income at $57. That means you've invested $5,700. The dividend yield for realty income is 5.58%, which means your annual income will be $324 every month. Realty income pays every month. It's like they pay you salary. They pay you salary every month. So they pay you $27 every month. Now, if I say, oh, I don't even have $5,700 to invest. Do you have $57? I don't even have $57. Do you have $10? Yes, I can spare $10. You can still buy realty income because there's something called fractional shares, which you can use to buy realty income. And this program will teach you everything about it. Just imagine you've invested $5,700 in the market, and every year you're getting $324 back. Nobody is coming to, you don't even need to know the staff of that company. You don't need to know where they are situated, right? You just see your alerts coming to your account every month, every year, $324. Every month you get $27 paid to you. Does that sound interesting? Like, I love money. I don't know if you love money anyway. For me, I love money. So let's look at a share that is below $10. You know, I said that I'm going to tell you a share that you can buy with as little as $10. So global net lease, their share price is $7.56. So just imagine that's 2 cups of coffee. You just keep it. Oh, today I don't want to take 2 cups of coffee this week, right? And you buy 2 shares. No, you buy 1 share. You buy 1 share from the company. Next week, I don't want to take 2 cups of coffee on Monday. You keep the $10 again, you buy. That means in a month, you would have bought about $40 worth, right? But by just sacrificing to say, oh, it's not much, right? It's not. I want to believe it's not much. Now, imagine you own 10,000 shares in realty. Sorry, it's supposed to be global lease at $7.56. That's about $75,000 that you've invested. This company pays dividend yield of 9.52%. That's about 10%. So your annual dividend will be about $7,600. What can $7,600 do for you every year? They pay their dividends quarterly. That means about $1,900 every quarter, which means every month you have $633. Now, the truth is you won't invest $10,000. If you have $75,000, you can go ahead and put it today. But what if you don't have? Start building from where you are. That's just my point. Start building from where you are. Today, you can say, I want to save $7.56 this week. I'm not even saying do it every day. This week, I can save $7.56 and buy 1 share. By the end of the month, you would have bought 4. By the end of the year, you would have bought 56, or how many years? 52 weeks. Yeah. You've bought 52 shares. Now begin to do that every year. Begin to do that every year. You can see. And I want to bet you that once you get that first dividend, money that you did not work for, that your money is working for, you will be willing to put more money in the market, right? Okay, so remember, you don't need a lot of money to start investing in real estate. You don't need to borrow money from the bank. You don't need that real estate license for you to start investing, right? Before you do that down payment, they will check your credit score. They will do this. Where are you working? Can you pay back? What loan do you have? But this, the market is not asking you about all those. If you like, have zero credit score. Like I told you, when I started, I didn't have any credit score in Canada. I was new in Canada, right? And a credit score or no tenant for you to start making passive income. And passive income is so sweet because you're not actively working for it. People are working on your behalf. So did you know that according to 2023, this one is National Association of Real Estate Investment Trust report, over 145 million Americans, about 44% of the household, have REITs in their investment portfolio. But do you know the interesting thing? Among immigrant households, the number is estimated to be less than 10%. And immigrants make a lot of money in this country. We do 2 jobs, we do 3 jobs, right? We're making a lot of money. But how come we're not investing in the market? We're not taking the opportunities that are available to us. I want to believe it's because we do not have the knowledge, and that is why we're here, to bring clarity to us. So probably you're tired of learning about investing. You've gone to YouTube. You've even asked your friend that you think, oh, he understands investing very well. And all you're getting is just nothing, right? Now, the challenge with investing the wrong way is you have information overload. So you get a lot of tips from YouTube, like I said initially. You just get this one, say, oh, go and buy this stock, and you go and buy it, and tomorrow the market is red, and you're selling it immediately because you're making loss. But when you define your goal before even investing, this program helps you to define that foundation. When you build that foundation, even if the market is red, right now the market is red. The market is red right now. And a lot of people would sell. A lot of people that do not understand why they're investing, they are going to be selling right now. Whereas it is now that you're even supposed to be buying because the market is on sale. It's Black Friday. The market is on sale. So you do not have a clear roadmap. Is one challenge with investing wrongly. It's not tailored to your reality. I've said it before. Most advisors that are out there, they do not consider you the immigrant. They do not consider us the immigrant. They do not understand the fact that my grandma is still alive. I have to take care of my grandma. My dad is still alive. I have to take care of my auntie, uncle, uncle. You understand? They do not understand that fact. Then the fear of making mistake. Then you stop before you start seeing results. Like some people that will say, oh, they've told them last week, go and buy shares, and they've gone to buy. And the market is red right now. They are going to be panicking. Like they're selling it immediately, right? So what are the proven ways to build passive income through investing? You start small and you grow steady. Just start with that little amount. Today, start with it. Then use REITs for real estate income and dividend-paying stock to generate additional streams of income. So it's not only real estate REITs that pays you dividend. There are other companies that actually pay dividends to you as well that are not into real estate. These companies, they do their own business, but they pay dividends. So that means every quarter, every month, you also get paid dividend from this company. And we follow a simple step-by-step plan. Whereas we're not doing any guessing work, we're not doing any jargons. It's so clear. Now, do you know the right way to start investing and build passive income? What can stop you from becoming confident and practicing investor in the next 30 days? So what do you think can stop you from becoming a practicing investor in the next 30 days? Let's see. Do you think it's money? Do you think it's because you do not have clarity? What do you think can stop you from becoming a practicing investor in the next 30 days? Some will say, I don't have enough money to start. Do you have $10? No. Do you have $5? No. Do you have $1? Yes, I have $1. Then you can start with $1, right? Then some will say, oh, I'm afraid of losing the money. I'm afraid of losing money. The way this program works is we build the foundation first. I don't just tell you, go and invest in the market. No. I help you build that foundation. What is your investment goals? Why do you want to invest in this stock? When you know the why, it's easy for you to keep that investment even when everywhere is red. Some say it's too complicated. Don't worry. We're going to break it down in a simple way that you can start today, that a 2-year-old can understand. If their capacity can carry investing, they will be able to understand. What if I don't even have time? As investors, we are not looking at our app every day. There are months, I can maybe log into my app once and see, okay, because the market is red, every news is happening last week, I have to log into my app and say, okay, what is even happening in this app, right? Because I'm an investor, I invest for the long time, right? I don't want to buy today and sell tomorrow. No, I'm investing for that passive income. So you do not need that much time for you to start investing. If you have a few minutes a week, then you're good. So could you win over all those barriers? If you could win over all those barriers that are hindering you from becoming a confident investor within the next 30 days, would you take that step? Someone said myself. Don't worry, you will overcome yourself, because when you get that clarity, self becomes what? You overcome, that mindset becomes positive and you overcome self. Not understanding the roadmap, okay? This program gives you the roadmap, clear roadmap that you can start investing and go to sleep. So, introducing the Diaspora Investor. So the Diaspora Investor is a 30-day step-by-step program designed for African immigrants in the diaspora, starting with as little as $10. Do you have $10? No. Do you have $5? No. Do you have $1? Yes. That $1 that you use for the cats in Superstore, don't worry, bring it. Let's go and invest it. Then build passive income through REITs and dividends paying stock. So we're not only looking at REITs, we're looking at every other investment that can bring passive income to us. We're not just we're going to be diversifying our portfolio. We're not putting all our eggs in one basket. We're looking at other companies, and you're going to get confidence to grow without loan, without property management or any jargons in the financial space. What do you stand to gain with this training? You gain the exact beginner-friendly investor system I use to turn my $50 into a growing portfolio that now pays me passive income every quarter, and how you can start too, no matter where you currently are or how much you earn. So you don't need to earn $100,000 for you to start. You don't need to earn $1 million. Even if you're earning that minimum wage, you can start with that minimum wage. So we looked at Miriam initially. Miriam is a single mom in Canada. She was tired of saving. She's not seeing any growth in her savings. And she followed our system. And today, Miriam earns passive income. Chika is a recent graduate in Ontario, Canada, felt overwhelmed by the conflicting investment advice online. She joined the Diaspora Investor to get clarity. Within our first month, she opened her investment account, bought her first dividend stock, and when she saw the payout, I can bet you, when you see that first payout, you will smile. You will smile that, wow, do you mean it can actually be as easy as this? So what is inside Diaspora Investor Training? What is inside this program that will make you confident and a practicing investor within the next 30 days? Number one, you're going to master your money and set a clear goal. Like I said in the program, we'll build the foundation. I don't just tell you go and invest in this. If you want, I can tell you go and invest in these 5 stocks, but I can bet you that if you do not have that foundation, you're going to sell those stocks when you're not supposed to sell them. You're going to sell them when you're not supposed to. So we're going to master your money and set the clear goal. That's our first module. Our second module is we're knowing your numbers. I'm not telling you to go and get an extra job or go and pick an extra shift for you to start investing. From that, where you currently are, we're going to look for that $10. We're going to look for that $50, that $100, the $200, the $1,000, the $1 million you want to start investing with. I want you to just earn that first income. And from there, you can begin to say, oh, it is worth adding more money into. So that's what we're going to be doing in module 2. In module 3, we're going to dividend investing proper. We'll break it down. How do you invest in individual stocks? How do you invest in exchange traded fund? So exchange traded fund is a group of companies that come. I guess you must have heard about S&P 500. It's like popular. Everywhere you go, you see S&P 500, right? It's an exchange traded fund because group of companies coming together as a single share. We're going to be exploring that as well in our module 3. And in our module 4, we'll build our wealth with real estate investment trust and other smart income boosters. And with this diaspora investor training, do you think you can go from where you're currently feeling unsure, or you're feeling yourself is the one keeping you stuck, where you feel, oh, I do not have a clear roadmap with what I just mentioned above, when we have the 4 modules, do you think it can take you to generating income in the next 30 days? Let's see, is it a yes or a no? Oh, I can see yes in the box. Okay. So, yes, okay. So, would it be worth your time if I could show you how to start investing as little as $10 without a loan, without mortgage, and perfect credit? Help you build a beginner-friendly portfolio that pays you passive income every month or every quarter, and teach you that simple step-by-step investing plan that can remove that confusion and fear of doing nothing. And that's not all. To help you start investing and build a steady stream of passive income, we have added all this exclusive bonus. So it's not just that module 1 to 4. You're going to be having other things added to this diaspora investor program. I said it is built for me and you, right? I have you in mind when I was building this program. So, number 1, bonuses. You're going to get 20 dividends paying stock that you can start buying now. So skip the guesswork. Currently, I sell this at $197 on my digital store. Then we have the mini class where we talk about fractional shares. So I told you if you have that $1, bring it, I'll buy shares for you, right? Then we talk about stock lending. So stock lending is another way for you to even make money, right? Aside from the dividends you're getting, aside from the capital gain you're getting, stock lending is another way for you to make money. So it's also included in the program. Then we have the private student community where we learn, we grow, and we stay accountable to each other. Number 4 bonus is you're going to get your dividend tracker. You want to know, when am I expecting this alert? I know when you start investing the first time, it's, oh, when is my alert come? When is my, but with the dividend tracker, you know, oh, this month I want to get $100. So these are the dividends paying stock that I need to invest in that will be paying me this month, right? Because this dividend stock, they don't pay the same time. Some will pay January, February. So you need to know, okay, which one pays in January if I want to get $200. Okay, this is the amount I need to invest in this, right? And that is what this dividend tracker does. And bonus 5 is we're going to be getting budgeting templates. I know, I told you we're going to be looking for that money inside what you currently have. And how are we going to look for it? We're going to look for it through the budgeting template. So it's going to be included in the program as well. So tell us, with all this in place, are you ready to join me on a journey to becoming a professional, confident, practicing investor in the next 30 days? Let me see it in the chat. 1, if you're ready to join me in this journey. Don't worry, I'm going to open the class, the chat very soon for question. Okay, so I see yes in the chat box. So if all this training did was, if you could just get that simple step-by-step plan to start investing with confidence, is it worth it? What if you could just build your skills for building passive income through REITs, dividend stock? Is it worth it? What if it could save you that month? I know you've heard about one stock or the other, but you've not bought it. because you've not seen something perfect, right? But what if this training could save you months of those random YouTube video and conflicting advice, and just say, okay, let me start today. Is it worth it? What if it connects you to a supportive community, a community of like minds? We call ourselves investors, diaspora investors, right? We have like minds, we're chasing the same goal, and we can relate with one another. What if it could provide you the ready-to-use tools, templates? You can see the bonuses above. It provides you the ready-to-use tools that you can start applying today and you can start buying. So imagine what it will cost you to learn this yourself. You have the option of learning it yourself, just as you've been doing before this webinar. You know, the back and forth, you're getting stuck. Then you're missing out on a mentor that can hold your hands, someone that has already gone through the spa. I told you when I came into Canada in 2020, I started with $50, right? Then losing valuable time and potential income. Every day you postpone for you to start investing, you're losing money. But you can start today and start making that money. Those are the costs. It will cost you for you to learn it yourself. But today, you don't have to go through all those trouble because I'm here, and the diaspora investor is also here to walk you through. Imagine getting all this simple step-by-step process to becoming confident in the next 30 days or less. So guess what? This training is worth over $1,000, but you do not need $1,000 for you to start. It's just $247. This training will help you kickstart your career as confident practicing investor in 2025. Now, there's a guarantee. If after you take this training, you apply all the process, the guide process, you go through the process, and you still feel stuck, you'll get your money back. But I can guarantee you that you would not remain the same after these 30 days. So maybe you're asking yourself, is it even worth it? If you can earn consistent income every quarter, just imagine if you can start earning money every quarter. With just this, will it be worth it for you to pay that amount? If you can start investing with confidence to avoid costly beginner mistakes. I told you some people would have bought stocks last week and now they are selling at a loss. If you can just avoid all those markets, like all those errors in the market, will it be worth it? What if you could build a portfolio that grows every year? We're not just getting the money. There's a way we are going to stack it again and we'll continue to make more money in the market, right? Now, so today, there's going to be an exclusive bonus of value of $197, which is our dividends starter toolkit. This toolkit gives you your ready-to-use worksheets, your checklists, and your templates. Would you interest you? So if you're going to be taking it today, it's going to be, if you're going to be paying on this call, it's going to be $147. So it's not even $247. We slashed the price to $147 if you're taking it on this call. If you're paying one time on this call, it's $147. If you want to pay, that means we're giving you a discount of $100. So that $100 is for you. It's not for you to spend it. It's for you to start investing with it. So that's within that 30 days, you've bought shares worth $100. Then we're looking at, okay, are we expecting dividends in the next 30 days or are we expecting dividends in the next 90 days? Okay. So, or if you want to do a 2 weeks payment, it's going to be, you're going to lock in with $100 and you make the balance of $97 in 3 weeks. So if you're doing a one-time payment on this call, it's $147. If you're doing a 2-time payment, it's $197, which means you're paying $100 on the call and $97 in 3 weeks, maximum of 3 weeks. This offer is valid for 48 hours. So, but after 48 hours, it's going to be a one-time fee of $247. It goes back to the original price of $247. Now, you've got 2 options. Option 1, try to do it yourself, just as you've been doing. Then you begin to lose money, over the years. You miss out on dividend payout that you should have gotten if you started earlier. Or you can do option 2, get all you need to become confident I'm a practicing investor in the next 30 days, right? Get it right with the $10 in diaspora investing system. And you've seen testimonials from the people that have gone through the program before. So I'll drop the link for you to register in the chat. Then I'll begin to answer questions. So if you have questions, you can just raise your hand. And if you have question, you can just raise your hand and I would unmute you. Why? Let me stop sharing. So is there anyone with questions? I don't want to, okay, maybe I should just unmute so you can unmute yourself, but I just hope it will not be rowdy, okay? I'm just trying to drop the link. If you want to register, there's the link for you to register is on the chat. So maybe I will unmute everyone so you can just unmute yourself and talk.
Hello?
Hi, okay.
Yeah, please, I need the explanation about the payment. I missed that, please. Can you kindly go back to that? Thank you.
Okay, so the payment is, we have two payment options. We have the one-time payment. We have the one-time payment, which is $147, one time. Then we have the two-time payment. That means you want to pay twice. The first, if you want to pay twice, you pay $100 at first, then the $97 within 3 weeks. So if you're paying twice, you're going to be paying $197. But if you're paying once, you're going to be paying $147. And the reason is it is discounted if you're paying once. You pay $50 less if you're paying once. Does that answer your question? So when you click on that link, you're going to see the two options. You see the 147, that means you're only paying one time. It's a one-time fee. After that fee, you join the module, you join the cohort, and everything goes on. If you're paying two times, you see the option for you to pay $100 at first. Then you'll not get another link that will tell you.
Hello?
Hi.
Yeah, is the payment for consultation or for buying shares?
Oh, okay. Now I get your question. So the payment is to join the program. It's for the training, for you to learn how to invest, how build your money foundation, get those shares you will invest in, and for you to become an investor in the next 30 days. It is for the training. It is not for you to buy shares. I don't buy shares on behalf of anyone. I'm going to teach you how you buy it from the market and you buy it yourself. So I don't help anybody to buy shares. You buy it yourself from the market. So the money is just for the training. If you want to join the training, do we have any other question? Let me see if there's question in the chat box. Where do we open the account with Wealthsimple? Okay, so once you download the app, Wealthsimple, it will ask you for your email, right? You open your email, you add your email, you go through the process of logging in. It will ask you for some other information. After you've done that, now you can now move money from your bank account into your Wealthsimple account and buy the shares from your Wealthsimple account. Those are all the things we'll be learning in the training. Says, oh, nice presentation. Thank you. Yeah, we would love to have you in the community. And that's another question.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir, please go ahead.
Yeah, is it this a one-time training or you hold a training regularly? Because there are some people that are not free at the moment, or there are some people that are not kind of ready at the moment, but yeah, like me, I'm interested, but I'm not ready at the moment. So is it a training that occur frequently, or you have the scheduled time already?
Yeah, so it's a training that is running always. It's always like back-to-back training. So if you're not ready now, once you're ready, you can let us know, and you will join the cohort at that point. The cohort that is going on at that point. So it's not just a one-time training; it's a continuous training. But we'll bring you in as a cohort. So this one will be cohort 1, cohort 2, cohort 3. We'll do the 30 days. We'll run the program. Then we'll bring in another batch, run the program with them.
Okay, also to because this is another question that I had in my mind, and I'm seeing somebody asked it on the post in the question.
Okay.
Are you a broker?
No, I am not a broker. I am not a broker, but the brokers, like, what simple is a broker? They help you to buy. I don't, like I said, I don't buy for you. I only teach you what to look out for before you buy. How can you buy, and how can you make your money off the market? So I'm just a teacher. I don't broker for people. I don't buy for you. I am not a broker. Okay. I hope that answers your question. Yeah, and to someone that asked on the chat as well, I am not a broker. I only teach you how to buy, how to make your money in the market, how to make your money work for you, how to get that passive income and go ahead. Yeah, okay.
Yes, I just paid for the class, and
You're
from
welcome.
yeah, I saw that I'm supposed to get like a password and stuff like that to register, but that has not come. I only saw the receipt, so but I've not got.
Yes, so now if you pay for the class will officially start November 1. Right? So, like I said, it ends in 2 days and thereabout. The class, and it's a cohort, so it's a group of people. So officially, we start our class November 1, but you start getting your materials. So after today's class, you start getting your login materials, you're getting the recorded videos. So this class is not just recorded videos, right? We're going to be doing 4 live sessions where we come into class and we dissect the stocks. Okay, what do you actually check for in a stock? What are you looking for in the market, right? We're going to be doing 4 live sessions within that 30 days for you to become confident. Even when we are building your money foundation, we're going to be doing live sessions to say, okay, now that we want to build our money foundation, what are we looking for? What are we looking for to build that money foundation? So don't worry, okay? You're in safe hands. You will get your materials immediately after this class. You start getting your login. But officially, class will start November 1. Okay? And you're welcome. Okay, someone said the training is for how many days and what time because of my work schedule. Okay, that's a good question. So I think I just explained that now. The training, it's a 30 days program. You have the benefit, you have the option of doing it in 2 days, because the way it works is you're going to get 4 modules. On each of those modules, I will do a pre-recorded video and put it on your app, your login. You're going to get like an app where you can log in and watch those videos yourself. Now, every Saturday in November, we'll have a 1 hour to 2 hour session just like this, and you bring in your questions. We'll come to class, we'll demonstrate what do you check out for? What do you look out for? So if the pre-recorded videos, you go with those pre-recorded videos, I can guarantee you that you'll be able to buy your shares, because I'm going to break it down the way my videos are. I break it down to the simplest form that with those videos alone, you can start buying, right? But we also have 4 sessions, 4 Saturdays in November, where we'll come to class and we'll bring in our questions and we'll bring in, okay, what do you want to learn? And you have access to the community. We're going to have a community where you have access to, maybe you're watching the video, you just have a question, you can post it in the community and I'll be there to answer you, right? So the time for the class will now depend on people in the group. What time works best for you, right? Maybe it's in the evening that works best for you. It's in the morning that works best for you. We'll look at what's the people in the group, what time works best for us, then we'll choose a time. It's not like, oh, I'm ready, no, this must be 12. No, if it's 6 that is convenient, that's most convenient for most people, then we'll go with 6 p.m.
Here's a two.
We'll go with 6 p.m. That is how the class would work. And the duration of the classes depends on how many questions we're having in the class. Well, it's going to be, you're going to learn that. All right. And I don't know if I answered you, Dickiness Akinlapa. Then I think it's T that asked about the time and duration. I hope I answered your question. If no, you can still put a question in the chat box. And someone said, Jai said, do you charge in USD or in Canadian? So it's a USD. It's in USD. It's not Canadian because it's for North America. And that is the universal currency in North America. So it's in USD. And you have access to the replay. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. So you have access to your replay, the live classes, you have access to the replay that you can watch over and over. Even though if you miss the class, you have access to replay, you have access to the community where you can do what? You can come into the community, ask, and you have access to me as well. Don't worry, that 30 days available. You can just chat me up. Oh, I'm looking at this shares. What do you think about it? And we'll discuss it to see if it fits your goal. Okay. So do we still have questions? Do we have questions? Let's ask our questions. And let's start coming into the class. Let's start joining the program. It's available for all. So let's start building our money foundation. Let's start building that wealth. I'm just waiting for questions, if we have questions. Is there anyone with questions? Or are we all good to call it a day? So one more time, just to tell you about the payment plan. You have a one-time payment of 147, which means it's a one-time payment. You have access to your class, you get your materials, you have access to class, have access to 4 live session, have access to pre-recorded videos, have access to all those bonuses we mentioned in the slides. Then you have access to all those bonuses we mentioned in the class, or you have access to pay 2 times. 2 times payment, you use $100 to lock in your payments, and $97 will be due within the next 3 weeks, but you already locked in your spot. And this is open for the next 48 hours. You will get access to the replay of this video. If you still want to go over it, maybe you just need to learn 1 or 2 things and find and convince yourself that, oh, this is really worth it. You have access to this video. This video will also be available for 48 hours for you to watch it. And maybe some people that maybe I know you're currently doing some other things and you didn't pay full attention to this video, you have access to rewatch it for the next 48 hours as well. Yes, someone's Dickiness said, oh, the payment is not in Canadian. No, it's in USD. Why do you charge in USD? Like I said, the program is for North America, right? And that's the universal currency in North America. Oh, Durojai, welcome. Welcome. Welcome to the community. So you're welcome to the community. As many that's bought. If you bought, you can just leave it in the chat. Let's do what? Let's welcome you into the community. Into the community. Let's build our money foundation. Let's not just be, oh, I want to send $20. Like I said, do you have $10? If you tell me no, do you have $5? No. Do you have $1? Yes, come into the community. Let's buy share with that $1. After 30 days, if you get your money, if you get your dividends, then you'll be so glad you took this step today. I can tell you. If 2026 Thanksgiving, like put down this date, 2026 Thanksgiving, if you take all the steps, you'll be glad. It will be one of the things you'll be thankful for. And Dickinson said, what is the total in Canadian fees? Let me see what Canadian rate is doing to US dollar. 147 USD to card. So card from Google, I don't know what your card will charge you, but from Google, it's about 206, yeah. It's about 206.22, yeah. $206.22. But is it worth it for you to use it to learn about your money, how to make your money work for you? That is what you need to ask yourself. Is it worth it to, is that $200 what an education I would get? From the bonuses I showed you, I thought if we have $10, yes, you can invest with $10. That's what I said. But you need to learn how to invest with that $10, right? Yes, you can invest with $10. Like I said, this 206, it's not, the 206, it's not, I am not buying shares for you. It is you paying for a training that we're going to be going through. You'll be the one to buy your shares yourself. So if you have $10, you'll be able to buy shares. But you need to learn how you can do that. You've always been hearing about buying shares one way or the other, right? Because for you to see this advert, I especially tailored it to the people that are in the social media space looking for how to invest. That means you've been hearing about how to invest one way or the other, but you've not really taken that step. Right? Now get the education to take that step. That is the fee. So iPhone said, so the $10 investment is in USD.
Anything that I do for you?
No.
Sorry, let me mute you. Okay, I think you're later. So the $10 is the shares I showed you, that is $7.56 is in USD. If you want to buy a Canadian share, you can buy Canadian shares worth $10, right? You can buy, it depends on, that's why I said we're doing your money goals. I'm not just telling you, oh, this is the 20 shares, go and buy any one of these 20 shares. I can decide to say, oh, I'm selling 20 companies share that you can buy today and make $200 tomorrow. I can tell you that, right? But I'm not doing that. What are your money foundation? That is why we're building that foundation. You understand why you want to invest in this company. You're not just investing in that company. You understand the reason why, okay, why this is the reason I'm putting my money in this company. Now you can say, oh, I don't want to invest in US. I want to invest in only Canadian stocks. When you understand the process and the reason why you have chosen to invest in only Canadian stocks, then you can invest in Canadian stocks. If you say, okay, I want to invest in Canadian, I want to invest in US stocks, you understand the process, right? Because we have that foundation. Say, how much is it to watch the replay, please? The replay is free. As long as you watch it within 48 hours, it's free. So you get, once we are done, I'm going to put the link. You'll get the link in your email, please. I know most of you have been getting email from me, and I see the open rate is much, so it's high. That means I know people are opening, the mails are sent to them. It's delivered, and you're opening it. So I'll put the replay in an email to you.
35 minutes.
I'll put the replay in an email to you. I'll put the replay in an email to you. You'll get the replay in an email to you. But you have 48 hours for you to watch the replay, and it's free. Don't worry, I'm not charging for that because this webinar is free as sorry, I'm trying to mute someone. Do we still have a question?
If it's a matter of plugging something in, I can probably help. What?
Yeah. So the link for you to buy it, let me put it in the chat again. Please, can you hear me put the link in the chat, Larry, please? After paying, please, how do I join the training group? So when you pay, at that the thank you page, when you pay, you get a thank you page, right? On that thank you page, you see join the community. Let me see. You see join the community. Did you see it? Durojai, did you see that? Join the community at the thank you page. Oh, really? Wow. Okay. Let me send you a